First off, I think I finally found it, dude. I found the 10. So we rate couches, and like I've been on a lot of couches because we come to a lot of motherfuckers' houses to do this, and this is a 10, bro.
Hey man,
It's a 10.
you don't like this shit right here. Like you fall so deep in that shit. Oh, fall slow deep to sleep. I didn't realize it's like right here. Yeah, man. Couch is important, man. Get you.
Important. Can you go ahead and
Yeah, get you a good couch, man.
I'm so mesmerized by the couch. My bad. Go ahead and
I didn't even know the interview was
yeah.
started.
we always kind of
Just
break
jump
the
right in.
ice, yeah, and just kind of jump right in. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey, what's going on, gangers? I'm the boy, the one and only Dakhari 44, Southwest Atlanta. We here with the Private Property Group. Thank y'all for having me, man. Real talk.
So you played a pretty banging set. So like, can you describe like I guess like the vibe or genre you usually go for when you're curating a set?
So like recently what I've been trying to get into is like all those tracks that I played, that was either something I produced or a mashup that I put on another track. So like I'm trying to curate, or what I'm doing is curating my own sound, my own style. So it's like think about like a Pharrell, like a K Tronada, like how you when you hear their production, like you know that's them.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like what I'm trying to go for.
Wow, that's dope. How long have you been producing now?
Uh, since 2014, 15. So like 9, 10 years.
Oh yeah. What do you mainly do like hip hop production or is it a little bit of everything?
Well, I definitely started just hip hop production, but then like I got into I got into house, I got into Afrobeat. And then it also just depends on like the artist, like who I'm working with, because like whether it be like myself and my friends or like just other people who I've met like along the way, like I just kind of like make beats that fit them.
And then what like DAW did you start on?
So I started on GarageBand. Then I went to Logic. I mostly use Logic, and then now I've been on FL, so mostly FL and Logic. But I really want to get into Ableton.
Ableton's fire. Shout out Ableton, sponsor us. Sponsor Dakhari. Sponsor everybody. Fucking. Who were some of the most like notable people that you've worked with, and not necessarily like in terms of just like clout, but in terms of like creating just a solid musical experience through your production? Like, who have you really like fucked with the most?
Yoncedo 56, that's my dog. We're a group. We're a rap group together, First Degree, and like we should be dropping some music soon. Lil Dank, I played two of his songs, like stuff that I mashed up and like that I produced over it. But Lil Dank, it's so many. But those are my actual like closest friends. So like that's the first thing I keep in my head. But it's countless people that's played a big part in like that's why I'm here, because I've been around so many good people and people helped me get here. So yeah.
So we usually, obviously, a lot of DJs are producers and kind of vice versa. Everybody has their own musical journey, kind of where they started, how they kind of came to be. But I think it's special with this set. You're one of the first people that has that almost like true to roots, like producer kind of Atlanta. I don't know. It's like it's one of those things where you have a certain kind of special insight on the music industry a little bit outside the bounds of like EDM, like hard techno and house and stuff like that. So can you break down like some of the, I guess, like pet peeves in the producer side of the industry in Atlanta?
Um, I'll say it's just not being like open to trying or just trying new things. Like I feel like I just like to just put stuff together, like something like put some drums from one genre over a melody of another genre, and put that together and just try that. Like I've heard people say like, why would I do that? Like you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that leads to the new sound, because the thing with new sound is like people are afraid to do a new sound because it's not going to be liked in the beginning. Like, it's plenty of things I made that people didn't like, but it's like I just kept perfecting it until people. And it's still a process of building it. It's just you just got to do it. Yeah. But a lot of people don't want to take that risk.
Interesting, for sure. So I guess like, can you dive into the quote unquote aha moment when you're like, I want to really take music production and DJing like really seriously? What was that moment for you?
It's a couple moments, but like the biggest one was when, cause it started off as a rapper. Like I was just like I want to rap. That's the only thing I wanted to do. Like I did beats too, but it was like I really just wanted to rap. But I knew how to DJ at the time, and people would act. I wouldn't promote it. Like I wouldn't tell people I was a DJ. It would just be one of those things where like my family or like people I was cool with be like, yeah, can you DJ my party for me? I'm like, all right, cool. All right, mid interview, we in the house. Yeah, you call me mid interview. You good? But and the dog. Or we could wait a second just in case y'all want to cut that. And then
Oh, we don't cut shit, brother. This is real raw, dude.
real raw.
We're
That's
Dakhari
hilarious.
404's house, all right?
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
But so I got booked to DJ this party. Long story short, I got booked to DJ a party, and when I DJed the party, like I had got standing ovation and people going crazy before, but it was this moment where I was just like, people, because I think I just did a rap performance like probably like a week or two before, and I didn't get no crowd response. But then I do this and I get crazy crowd response, and then I was just like, people like me more as this, so let me just keep doing this, and then that's when I started to take it and scale it and do more stuff, and now I'm here.
For sure. On the topic of DJing, I think you're the first set that we've had where using a special type of hardware. Can you go into your DJ deck, why you like it, and how it works for you?
Rain One, shout out to Rain, the company, and Rain One. Rain One is just a good like. It's a good somewhat. It's not vinyl, obviously. Like vinyl is this whole other thing, but it's a good at least a step in the transition to get to that point. To actually, because it's motorized and you actually have to catch it in real time. It's still it's still a controller, so it's still gonna be resourceful for you, but it's stepping into that like really understanding the hardware and the culture and the sound of of DJing for real. And a lot of I haven't seen too many. I have seen a few, but I haven't seen that many people on the scene that use it. So it's also a thing of like when you see it or you see me, that's just another thing that's putting me in my own lane.
That's interesting. I never thought about that. The relationship between like certain hardware or certain kind of things that kind of make you stand out. And yeah, there's definitely a lot of ways to stand out. Can we talk about the fit on the topic of just standing out? Can you just break it down for us one time?
So this is my Atlanta, old school Falcons jacket that was actually bought in London, which is crazy. Even though it's Atlanta jacket, it was bought in London. Then I got baggy jeans. Forgot what brand this was. Nothing. What brand this is? So OFCL. My brother got me these jeans. And then I just got some basic boots. I just like wearing boots because it just shows you. I be walking a lot. I be outside a lot. I be traveling a lot. So it's like, yeah, I could wear some fancy Jordans and shit, but I'm gonna fuck them up. But boots, it don't matter.
Wow, that's good insight.
And my shout out Naj STV. He has his own brand. This is his brand right here. He's one of the homies, so I'll be rocking this a lot too. He from North Carolina, but he be in East Atlanta, so it's kind of like East Atlanta shit right here.
That's fire. And I've noticed that like on your Instagram, like you're kind of everywhere from like Detroit, DC, Atlanta, New York, Cali. Like, can you break that down? Like, why you're traveling in this fucking economy? Come on. But also like what you're doing out there, how important networking is, and like how you're kind of working your travels into your music career.
So it's like it started with just like people from Atlanta just wanted to connect with other cities and states. So it's like it would be like it would be people from here like, hey, I want to do a show in this city, that city. I'll go to the city and then I meet the artists and the people of that community. So it's like I don't just stay in one community of artists because it's a million different communities. Like how there's a big community of Atlanta and artists and DJs and people that do stuff like y'all. It's the same exact thing happened in New York. It's the same exact thing happened in LA. It's happening everywhere. But it's like the people in LA won't know every person that's in Atlanta unless you go. So it's like if you go and you network with them and connect, now they know you. So now it's like I'm not really focused on being the biggest Atlanta DJ. It's just like if all these other places know me, it's just like it's spreading. It's a much bigger like audience.
For sure. So like I guess in terms of language, because there's like a lot of cliche about like, music is like a universal language, but like if you go to somewhere you're not familiar, like it's kind of hard to like meet people and like
It
speak
is.
that other language. So how do you find yourself navigating in crowds where you're in a completely different state, you've never been to this club, you're trying to grow your career, but you don't may not know anybody.
You just gotta just talk to people. You just gotta treat them like people. Like I don't walk in there expecting someone to just give you an opportunity. Just treat them regular. Like just like I like your shoes. I like your jacket. I like your lock. That's a big one. I always say I like your locks.
No.
Like that's connect with my lock people.
Yeah.
And like yeah, it's simple. Like and then it's like then it leads to conversation. Like and it's like, oh well, what do you do? Well, I'm from Atlanta. I DJ. Wow, that's really cool. Like, what are you doing here? I'm like, I'm trying to find opportunity. Well, I got this opportunity here. Like, I
Yeah.
wasn't being just forceful. Like, I just let it just naturally flow, and that's really it.
Treat people like people. You heard it first. I fucked that up. Anyway, um, what's been like your favorite place to like work in?
It's a spot in DC called the Harlot. They've been fucking with me, and I really like that space. I really like the culture out there, DJs out there, music out there, the artists out there. DC is just a really cool city, and that's been one of my favorites. And it's a couple, but that's just the first to come on the top of my head right now.
So if you had to move anywhere in the U.S. to do music full time, would it be DC as well?
It would it would either be that. I guess it would be DC. I wouldn't stay. I wouldn't just be in one city full time. Like I would be in just periods of time, maybe like months. Like give me like a good little season, good little 4 to 5 month DC season. Then I'll just go somewhere else and just be there for a good little. Just so I, because one thing that's hard is like when you do make these relationships in other places and then you leave, it's kind of just like you're not here. Like like I can't really, you know what I'm saying. So it's like I gotta kind of be like all right, I'm here for a little bit. Yeah, rock with y'all. All right, I gotta go, but I'm gonna be back. And still keep that trust. So they'll still want to, see me again.
Right. So how like yeah, if you're doing like a lot of hopping around, like how do you I guess like leave a mark or like an impact or like inspire the people if you're constantly like how do you stay relevant?
Uh, have the best conversations with people. Take pictures with people. Follow them on Instagram. Comment on their pages. Ask them about what they do. Don't just be the star and expect them to just always cater to what you do. Ask them about be a fan of them,
Right.
and then uh, sometimes people come to Atlanta, and if they do come to the city, if people come to the city, treat them, give them the best experience ever. Be like, yo, come meet me here, even if I'm not spending. Like, come out with me, just party with me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm very just like let's just have. I'm just gonna have fun, bro. Like,
Sure. What are some of the more notable spots in the city that you kind of frequent or that you want to check out, that you want to maybe get booked for? Now's the time.
MJQ definitely supply. Well, I may some. It may be something happen with me at supply and demand. It's not locked in. I don't know if I could say that, but I guess it don't really matter. But it's been it's some. I really that's a cool spot. I heard about District recently. That seems like a cool spot. Uh, like the Buckhead bars and that whole little area of shit. I would love to do shit over there.
Oh, yeah.
Um, and the spots that I've done, I would love to do again. I would do Tokyo Valentino again. I do where's Crybaby now? I would do Crybaby again. Um, I'm open to anything as long as I could just be as expressive as possible. Like I'll do it.
Sure. What would you say are like some of like your biggest, I guess, like career goals or like milestones?
Uh, I say goals is just start other businesses outside of DJing. Like use DJing to make enough money, and then uh, like I want to open a studio. I want to open like I just thought of something. That's another question that you say about what other favorite spots. Closet is a great spot. I like being at Closet.
Shout out
How about
Closet.
Closet? The Closet is a cool spot too. I just thought about Closet. But but I thought about it because I want a spot like Closet. I would want my own place like that, like a clothing store, but it's also used for shows and venues. I want a studio. I would want my own club. Like I would want to just DJing is just kind of like the start to what I like, just owning shit and just getting more and just getting more knowledge and more power, more money, and just just being far.
That's definitely dope, and it's bold too, because I feel like you see a lot of people, they will do all of this stuff just to be able to DJ full time. Like it's kind of the opposite, but like you're one of the few people that I've met that are like using DJing as a stepping stone to do other stuff. So that's bold. Salute for sure. Now it's time for my favorite segment. This is where I learn all my information about just who's who and the what's what. It's shameless plugs. So we're just gonna give you a few seconds to. I know you already shouted out a few homies at the beginning of the interview, but anybody else, family, friends, businesses, food spots. That's really what we're digging for right now. Like we're trying to figure out where to eat. So just run it.
My partner Young Sato 56, his family owns a vegan soul food restaurant. We used to throw shows in there a lot. It's on the west side. It's on MLK. Y'all probably passed it on the way here. Very great spot. They make vegan soul food and they have their own lemonade, Sunshine Lemonade. I used to work for them, but they're pretty much still like I push that brand out a lot because like it's part of the community, especially like in the on the west side, West End, all that good stuff. Like definitely like everyone check that spot out. Like check that spot out. And Coffee Bar Atlanta, that's where my boy Dank, who I was talking about, he's the manager of that spot. Nice. He owns that. A lot of good spot. We've done events in there as well. Other brands. The Bucket List. Shout out to the Bucket List. I got I'm in the back right there chilling. Yeah. But platform for entrepreneurs to get their brand out, awareness, and just shine a light on people that don't usually get a light. Like, what's another good one? I don't really want to miss nobody, but it's so many. And shoot, my dog Noodle, he's part of RBE, and I used to run with them a lot too. And that's a really good brand. It's so many brands. It's so many out there. But that's the top I could. Those are like my because I'm talking about my actual friends. Like I have people that like my actual friends. Then I got just my music friends. Then I got just kind of like associates. But when it comes to my friends, it's like that's what makes this shit fun. Cause like being able to travel the world with the person you was in high school with, talking about traveling the world with, like it's just like nothing feels better than that shit.
That's facts. Well, shout out everybody. Dakhari 404, and if he didn't shout you out, he didn't fuck with you. No, I'm just kidding. And I don't fuck with you either.
Man, I got this shit on lock. They gave me a key.
Yeah. You got to sign the key on the laminate. You got to make it big.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
How many of these you got?
We just erase it.
Oh,
yeah.
This
is no. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's crazy. Oh, man. But we should start. Maybe we'll find a way to expedite it, make it cheaper, start drop shipping keys. Everybody gets a key. Big signature. Nice.
He's like, I got a logo, but I definitely can't draw that shit.
Nah, it's good. That's good.
But hey.
Fuck it.
Dakhari
404.
Come on now.
Checking in. Yeah.